Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. Here is the May-like battle status. We are narrowly behind Giants now. This video alone, with Giants taking the day off like cowards, I think we can catch them and surpass them in like. So if you haven't already, like today's video, help us catch the Giants in the May-like battle. Let's get to the latest here on CeeDee Lamb. He has skipped OTA so far, will not be there this coming week, and we'll see about mandatory minicamp early in the month of June. Now, look, Lamb wants a new deal. We know that. And that deal could very well be a record setter when it's all said and done. Now, first up, Lamb posting this on Instagram, saying, "Life comes with a price. I don't have time for discussions." Well, what could that mean? You know, Lamb posting how in shape he is. He's training, he's working out. Doesn't have time for discussions. Certainly sounds contractually related to me, right? Here's what Jeremy Fowler of ESPN reported the same day on Lamb. He's considered a top receiver just like Justin Jefferson. The Dallas Cowboys want to pay him at some point, but they know he's probably waiting on Jefferson to reset that market. Then Lamb can come in somewhere, landing his plane behind Jefferson or somewhere close to him. Look, holding out and waiting doesn't make sense for me. That's not how most business is done of, you need to pay me, but I'm not signing a contract right now, so I'm not going to be there. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense to me, and that's not how this agent's client has operated before, too. His clients have not approached it from that perspective either. So how do we get the Lamb kind of makes vague comments. He wants to get paid. We all know he wants to get paid too. Fowler says he likely wants to wait. How does that all mesh together? My theory is that maybe to get everything to mesh up, right, to match up, this is a pay me now. That's why I'm not here. I'd like to get a deal done. But you know what, if you're not going to, if we haven't had talks in several weeks, as Jane Slater reported, that's fine. I'll wait. Okay. I'm not going to do the, trade demand thing because I want to get paid by Dallas. I know they'll eventually pay me, but I can be patient because it will make me even more money later. I'm happy to do it now, but if you don't want to, it's fine. I'll wait. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that connects the two seemingly different reports involved there. So I think your deadline, your over-under benchmark is training camp. Will a CeeDee Lamb deal get done before camp begins? Y for yes, N for no. It is the pinned comment on this video. If that ad comes on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Let me know, will that deal get done, Y or N? Now, once Lamb's deal is finished, from an average per year perspective, it kind of stops being about being the highest paid wide receiver, or one of, and also about being one of the highest paid non-quarterbacks. Nick Bosa makes $34 million per year. A.J. Brown's at $32. There's a 0% chance Lamb signs for less than $32 million. It's not going to happen. He's a better player than A.J. Brown. He's younger, and they have the same agent. So agent's going to get the next guy more. That's how these things work. Justin Jefferson will slot in maybe above Nick Bosa. Jamar Chase might come in there soon. Maybe that's next year. Brandon Ayuk could be somewhere around the A.J. Brown type of contract there. What is maybe the more complicated aspect here is the guaranteed money. Because A.J. Brown is the NFL's highest paid wide receiver in terms of guaranteed money at $84 million per year. Amon-Ra St. Brown makes $77 million in terms of the guaranteed figures. The highest paid non-quarterbacks does not feature a wide receiver in the top five. In fact, Penei Sewell is actually sixth on this list before you even start to get to the wide receiver core of A.J. Brown. So there's a lot of those wide receiver deals have had big, fat fifth or fourth years tacked on that aren't realistic. That's like, yeah, he got a $15 million raise in the final year of his contract. And money he's never going to see, or it'll be the signing bonus for the next deal. That kind of like defeats the whole purpose of it. So guaranteed money for Jefferson and Lamb might end up being your sticking points in the end. Look, Lamb is a soon-to-be fifth-year wide receiver who's coming off literally one of the most productive years in Cowboys franchise history among all of them. It's kind of straightforward that that's a deal that should get done. In fact, when you've got the two big deals out there with Micah probably going to wait a year, which we've had that conversation, The Lamb one, I think, would be easiest of, hey, get that done. Oh, take care of that. Adjust that, get the Lamb deal done. There's fewer comments from that perspective. So pick one to pay for, or to pay. If you had to pick one to get done now, who would it be? 4 for Dak Prescott, 88 for CeeDee Lamb. I think it should be Lamb. I think in theory, because there's no threat of that player being a free agent in 9 months, I think the Lamb deal is easier. It's less expensive too. I think that if you were to poll people, is Dak a top 5 quarterback, is CeeDee Lamb a top 5 wide receiver, you get more yeses on the CeeDee Lamb side. So I would think the Lamb deal is easier. Maybe that's not how the Cowboys are approaching it. Here's what Jeremy Fowler reports on Dak Prescott. The problem here is they've got to pay Dak Prescott and figure that out. He's got a $61 million cap hit. He doesn't. It's $55 million. So the feeling is they'll eventually try to address Dak and then get to Lamb. I don't know if that's true. And we will come back to the Dak Prescott status. But first, you can get the Tyler Guyton rookie jersey available over at Fanatics at chatsports.com/Guyton. He is going to wear number 60. The link to this jersey will be in the comments section, the description, and down there in that bottom corner, a clickable option for you as well from Fanatics. It's chatsports.com/Guyton. Links in the comments, the description, and over there. Here's what else Fowler has said on Jeremy Fowler. It's complicated because he got a $61 million cap hit on the final year of his deal. So if they want to tread carefully a little bit, if you jump out, you make an offer, and it's not where it needs to be initially, then things get complicated. So again, $55 million cap hit for Dak Prescott. Don't know why that number keeps getting thrown out there. Fowler does it every time. You would think someone at ESPN goes, hey, it's not right, Jeremy. I don't know. Issue, thought, insert verb here, noun, whatever it is. The pitch here, the theory, the report is that the Cowboys don't know what the quarterback market is and are scared of lowballing Dak. Like, they are worried about the offer not being where it needs to be. And that's why they haven't made an offer yet. So on one hand, that's pretty stupid to me, right? Like, you don't know what the market is? Surely you know. Surely you do. We know what the market is. It's expensive. It's the quarterback contract market. We've been down this road multiple times with Romo and Dak. It's how it works. You might not like it. It's either don't play the game and don't pay him, or just pay it, right? On the other hand, they have lowballed before. They did it the first time with Dak. And that was a big issue, a big sticking point. Maybe that's what Jeremy Fowler's referring to. Maybe this is the classic Cowboys excuse to him of, we don't want to upset him. Like, we know how this is going to go money-wise. If it's not Dallas, as long as Dak's healthy, it's going to be a massive figure. This is a second-team all-pro quarterback. Those guys don't reach the open market. My concern here is that Dallas is going to drag their feet for as long as possible and then cave and pay more than what they could have paid a year ago or whatever. You could have paid Dak $50 million this time last year. People went, oh my God, what a terrible contract. And then he'd be like, it's actually just barely top 5 now. But they're always on the back end of those waves of contracts for like the top end players. It would be nice to not be on the back end for one of the big ones one time. Now, we've got to cover with more Cowboys news and rumors. That includes contract stuff. They've got open roster spots. There will be signings as well. So hit that sub button, youtube.com/CowboysTV. Bleacher Report putting out one move for each NFL team. Some of them were better than others. For Dallas, they had Zach Cunningham as the free agency addition Dallas should add at the linebacker spot. The pitch mostly was, hey, he can stop the run, which is true. Cunningham has always been a solid, if not spectacular, run stopper. Back in 2020, he did lead the NFL in tackles and then kind of quickly got moved on from by Houston, in part because he wasn't very good in coverage. And, hey, stop the run, great. Yeah, but if you're still allowing 5 yards on the ground, it's not as impactful there. He was solid for Philadelphia last year. He outplayed Shaq Leonard, who remains unsigned, by the way. 85 tackles last season. Maybe he could be your strong side linebacker. You don't really have someone who fully fits that mold, and it's coming in, Cam gets older. You don't necessarily want him to be a the mic over Eric Kendricks or anything like that. And even the weak side, I think you got better options there. So do you think the Cowboys need another linebacker? 1 for yes, 0 for no. Go ahead and sound off in the comments section. Now, this is how I think this Cowboys linebacker depth chart will shake out. And this is based on the report from The Athletic, John Machado. Damone Clark plays strong side linebacker. He might also be your backup weak side linebacker. I think it's not going to be, Overshown got hurt, got to play Buddy Johnson. That's not how it would be. Leah Fowler can probably play strong side too and middle linebacker. Kendricks, Overshown. I want those two guys to be your starters. It just depends on if Overshown is healthy. And Kendricks will start. So then it becomes, okay, do you trust Damone Clark as linebacker 3/4? And I feel a lot better about that than him being de facto linebacker 1 like he was last year. That's a demotion to an extent for Clark, but it's still a better fit for him overall. And then we'll see how Maurice Leafau, fits in and slots in and everything from that perspective. I think that this is clearly a Mike Zimmer-led pick. Splash plays weren't always there, but I hopefully the Cowboys front office gets that one right. And if those 4 guys stay healthy, do you need Cunningham as linebacker 5, or is he better than Damone Clark? I'm not so sure on that front. So in the end, I'm going to put Cunningham in the he's on my free agency list if injuries happen, as opposed to needing somebody right now.